All right, guys, I want to talk about transition rounds, uh, what they do, why they're important, so on and so forth. So basically, in a lot of CrossFit gyms, it is very traditional to engage in some type of, non-fast warm up or non-stimulated 3-minute warm up, and then going into a metcon that is high intensity, compound, complex, spiking your heart rate from 0 to 100 real quick, kind of like the instance I made of the Drake song. Um, and ideally, it's a way for someone to get hurt. It's a way, for injuries to happen, or a person not be prepared as though they should. Or most importantly, in terms of getting hurt, it doesn't have to happen at that particular moment, but maybe down the road because of improper prep. Understand in our gym, we do three things to kind of prevent that. Number one, dynamic warm up. Number two is a movement prep. Number three is reverse engineering, and then to bring it all home, it's transition round. Transition round serves two purposes: adapt to the intended stimulus and provide strategy. So, adapting to the intended stimulus, metcons with high intensity barbell movements, burpees, and even running change the heart rate. My goal with the transition round is to mimic the intended stimulus, or I want to mimic uh, that intensity level. And to do that, I need to get your heart rate uh, high, like very high, to the point as if you were actually doing the Metcon. So I want your body to actually feel that. And those two transition rounds allow you to really feel that, catch a break. You felt what the Metcon's going to be like, so it shouldn't take you by too much of a surprise, and more so your body should be able to adapt because it is felt what that tempo is going to be like. Number two, provide strategy. In terms of providing strategy, usually when you get into your transition round, it allows you to see, if you have adequate weight, if it's too heavy, too light, strategies you need to subdue. So I'll give you an example here. So they say you got 20 toes to bar. Um, you know, an idiot is a person that does that straight, and then they don't have gas for the next round, right? Or an idiot is somebody that has like too much weight on the power clean, on the bar, and they can't do their power cleans correctly. And then the worst thing that you want is an athlete that has to change their weight mid metcon, and it's a situation where they're not preserving the intended stimulus. They're resting in the middle because they got to change their weight, so on and so forth, and it can lead to a frustrated athlete. So in order to prevent all that, those transition rounds, we are going to practice, what the real thing is going to be like. That way you can get a feel, you can adjust your weight, you can do less reps, you can get a lighter dumbbell for your farmer's carry. So again, the two purposes of this are adapt to the intended stimulus, provide strategy, and of course, it's not listed on here, but reducing injury. Injury is the best piece that this helps. Again, readapting the body, warming up the body even further. Our goal with athletes is a 12-year thing. I actually said that right. People should be there for 12 years. You know what I mean? So let's focus on winning the war and not always each individual battle. Long term longevity. Somebody got to go light. My motto is, the lighter the better. If you can move fast through it, that's probably right. Now, protocol. Transition protocol does not start till number 4, right? So transition rounds are mixed with the RE, with the reverse engineering. So basically, for the reverse engineering, it's kind of all in one, but number 4 specifically what I'm looking for. After each movement preparation, after the movement prep, uh, grab a water break. Coach huddles up around the equipment used for the Metcon and demonstrates each movement. The coach is going to instruct everybody to grab all their equipment. Number 3, coach begins reverse engineering all the prerequisite movements listed in the link. Make sure to reverse engineer the exercise and orders of the Metcon. However, barbell first, because you want to take all your time prepping the barbell movement first. Coach needs to demonstrate each movement, even the prerequisites. Very important. Some people don't know what a frog push-up is on the burpee breakdown. Number 4, this is your transition round. Once all movements have been reverse engineered, take all clients through transition round 1 and 2. 60 to 70%, and then transition round 2 is 90 to 100%. Usually reps cut to the third amount, but that can be subdued. That's tricky. We'll talk about that in a minute. Note, keep the reps low. Transition rounds do not involve reps over 10. No 10 burpees. Goals to spike the heart rate, not kill them over. 3 to 4 burpees is a better number. Number 5, let clients rest for 1 to 2 minutes. Head back to the board and explain the WOD. See if there's any questions. Number 6, play the music loud, right? Let simmer for 15 seconds. Give a countdown. You have 3, 2, 1, and start timer. That is the protocol for reverse engineering and transition rounds, but ideally number 4 is the one that speaks to transition rounds. Now, that's what I'll try to have for you. Reverse engineering. Basically, you're going to list all the prerequisites, right? All the prerequisites. And transition round 1 is 60 to, so you need to know this. Transition round is 60 to 70 of total speed performed one time through. Reps cut to a third of the original amount, and then 90 to 100% of total speed with one time through with reps performed a third of the original amount. Minimum of 4 reps each way. You don't want to do anything, too low. I don't want 1 burpee, 1 sit-up, 1 push-up, right? 4 reps minimum. But guys, this is how you do your transition rounds, why it's important, and the protocol for it. Thank you.